Hello, Brian the Fanboy here, and today I'm going to talk about the Hunchback of Notre Dame. And of course, I'm talking about that Disney movie from 1986. Now, I first learned about the Hunchback of Notre Dame when I saw the advertisement for it on the Focus Harness movie on video cassette. It was one of those commercials that would play right before the movie. Now, eventually, I saw the movie in theaters with my family. I was 10 years old at the time. And yes, it was kind of a bit different than Disney movies you've seen before. I mean, it was a bit dark, but not too dark. And well, that's where I learned about, let's see. Well, well, from I saw the movie is that, well, people were, how people are being treated because of their appearances. For example, Quasimodo, well, he was well be like an outcast because of his uh, deformed body, and another group of people who were having time in society were the gypsies. But eventually, by the end of the movie, all things went well. Anyway, many years later came the second Hunchback movie called The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2. And it takes place some years after the events of the first movie. Now, I saw parts of it, when it was airing on TV, but some years ago, I did manage to watch the whole movie. And both the Hunchback 1 and 2 are now available on Disney Plus. Now, years later, I managed to read the actual book by Victor Hugo. And there are, well, many differences. Well, for one thing, while in the Disney movie, Quasimodo was able to hear well. However, in the book, he was deaf. And the reason for that was that, well, in the book, it was because the whole bell ringing was kind of what made him deaf, because, for ringing those bells for so long, it kind of damaged his ears. Another thing, oh yes, Frollo, well, in the Disney movie, he was a law enforcer, but in the book, he was a Catholic priest. And well, the reason Victor Hugo made uh, the character that in the first place was because, well, he didn't like the kind of power that the Catholic Church had over Europe at that time. But now these days, well, church and politics are now separate, at least in most countries these days. Now, the as for similarities, well, in the Hunchback 2, let's see, oh yes, Phoebus and Esmeralda, uh, they get married. Of course, in the book, they got married according to the ritual of the Court of Miracles. Although the second movie never said what it, or never mentioned what the ceremony was like. Of course, in the book, the marriage was short-lived because, well, Frollo intentionally killed Phoebus. I think in the book he didn't mean to, but I think it was an accident. But because of that, he made Gus Esmeralda to be the accused, which is why she was turned to a fire. And not only that, but she was also sentenced to death by as a witch. Of course, like just like in the movie, Quasimodo did save Esmeralda. Other thing like in the second movie, well, Phoebus and Esmeralda did have a child together, but in the book didn't happen because because of Phoebus' death, so it didn't happen. And while in the first movie it had a happy ending, along with the second one, well, in the book, well, the book at the end of the book it mentions two skeletons, one that's like a deformed man and a skeleton of a woman. And can I give readers the idea that it could be the skeletons of Quasimodo and Esmeralda, but the Disney movie didn't show that. And I think that's all the differences I can think of at the moment. Also, as I did have early exposure to the Hunchback franchise before Disney. You see, in Mother Babies, there was a well, Gonzo imagined himself as Quasimodo. Of course, back then I didn't know who he was pretending to be. And also, well, when I started watching movies and TV shows on the internet, I did find adaptations of The Hunchback of Notre Dame from other studios, like the silent movie one from the 1920s, and there's the one from the 1930s. And well, I did plan to see the one from the 1950s, but the quality wasn't that good. And of course, see some stage adaptations on YouTube. And there was even a version of the movie that's supposed to take place in modern times. Oh, and I forgot to mention another difference between the book and movie. You see, in the movie, the gargoyles talk and they hit their, well, being alive from other people, with Quasimodo being the only one who talks to them. However, in the book, well, they were not talking gargoyles. The gargoyles were just statues on the cathedral. Oh, and as for the cathedral itself, well, that is a real place, which is in France, and yes, I were quite happy to it a while back, and also for having checked to see how it's been so far. But yeah, a lot of people, yes, before the incident, a lot of people did go to the cathedral whenever they're in France. It's, I mean, I never been there, but I'm sure it would be a good experience. I mean, an amazing experience if I did. Of course, there are some. Maybe there are videos on YouTube that have a tour of the entire cathedral. I do not know, but if you're interested, you can check it out. And also, and not being paid by Disney to talk about the Hunchback. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention something. When I was doing my research before making this video, I found out that there's plans for a Disney remake of the animated movie. And well, right now at the moment, the title is Hunchback, but anything else I do not know. And I'm not being paid by Disney to talk about the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Yes, sharing my thoughts on the franchise. And also, please subscribe to my channel because it will help me a lot. And also, share this video. Please share this video on social media like Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. So that's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.